What's up everyone? Welcome or welcome back to the Marketing Nomad YouTube channel. I am the Marketing Nomad. Alrighty, so I kind of took a week break, just that I wasn't feeling well. I felt quite sick, so wasn't able to come on here, but I am feeling so much better and I decided why not we talk a little bit about something that's been on my mind very heavy this week. Now, this is a thought that I kind of realized a couple of years ago, but off late in my life, I feel like I'm going through certain experiences that are reaffirming this belief for me. So I said, okay, why not share it with you today? All right, so let me first talk about what I believe, and yeah, let's start there. Alrighty, so something that I believe is that our entire journey in this particular lifetime, it is predetermined. All right, just before reincarnating, what our soul has done is, kind of figured out that, okay, I want this experience, I want that, I want to have this milestone, I want that dream to be achieved, so on and so forth. I want to learn that lesson, so on and so forth. So I feel like our entire life's journey is already predetermined, right? And I do believe that we are born with the power of that blueprint within us. That is why there are certain things that we just know we are meant to achieve in this lifetime, or there are certain these hints or these visions about the future that we get, that we feel within our soul that we are meant to experience that in our lifetime. Of course, there are many obstacles to get through that. There are certain lessons that we need to go through in order to reach that dream or that vision, but more often than not, we know. We know it within us, all right? Whatever I am doing today, I knew it from a very young age that this is something that I would do. This is in the era where the concept of even starting a business, I had absolutely no idea how I would go about it, what I would do, but I just knew that I would be an entrepreneur. And about 6 years ago when I started my business, I just knew it would be a digital business. It will be everything online and nothing in person. And that belief and that vision in me was so strong, even though this was pre-pandemic and the concept of online business, like a full-fledged online business, wasn't that widespread of an idea. And it was something that I just fiercely believed in. I just knew within my soul. And I feel like there are certain things in our life that we already know we are meant to achieve. We already know that that is the end point that we are meant to get to, or we are meant to experience in this particular lifetime. And you'll also feel that about your life. The more you look back, the more you recognize that, hey, I actually knew that I would be in this particular place a long time ago, or I would do this with my life, or I just had some kind of a dream that I want to be this way, and then I did end up going that way. Of course, the path to that might have been with a lot of twists, a lot of turns. You might not even have recognized that you were on the path. It might have been so many pivots that you might not have recognized it to be the path to get to wherever you're meant to get to, like whatever you felt it in your soul. But after you reach that point, you're like, hey, that's actually what I thought I would, end up being, or where I thought I would end up being. For me, in particular, I had abandoned a dream that I had when I was, young and, in my early teens, but it ended up actually manifesting at the exact age that I thought it would. And I didn't even know I was on that path. So sometimes, you consciously might abandon a dream, but it's there. Whatever you are meant to experience in your lifetime, I truly believe that we already know it. We already know it deep within our soul, because our soul's blueprint is within us. So if there are very strong feelings that you have about certain aspects of your life, certain dreams that you have, certain goals that you have in your life, you are meant to experience it. This is something that I believe very wholeheartedly, and it has been proven right again and again for me in my life. Now, when I was growing up and through my early teens and even, mid-20s, I guess I would say, every time this dream would get unlocked in my mind, like I would feel like, that's something that I want to be, or that's something that I want to get to, that's something that I want to achieve, I would start getting impatient. I'd be like, okay, well, I feel it in my soul that I'm meant to do this. Why isn't it happening in my reality? Why is my reality showing me something so different? Why am I in this constant pain or this obstacle after obstacle, even though I feel in my soul that that is something that I'm meant to achieve, or that is where I'm supposed to be? And one shift that I made, and this was a couple of years ago, one shift that I made with respect to my mindset was understanding that at different frequencies that we embody, the frequency of us, the soul's frequency, different dreams get unlocked. So the dream gets unlocked at a particular frequency, and that is the frequency of the starting point of your journey to that dream. All right, let me repeat that because this is a little bit big, this is a little bit energy heavy. At different stages of our lives, different dreams get unlocked. All of this is predetermined. We would have decided before reincarnating that this is what I want to achieve. This is the dream that I have. This is the end point that I have. So these come to us as dreams. These come to us as visions, but they're actually pinpointed milestones of our life that we would have decided before coming here, right? And at different moments in your life, different frequencies that you are at, you unlock these dreams. All right, so there is a reason why that dream comes to you as a vision, or you feel it in your soul at a particular point in your lifetime. It's because you've reached the frequency of the starting point to the journey of that dream, right? So when the dream gets unlocked within you, you suddenly feel it in your soul that that's something that I'm meant to achieve. That's your starting point. You're starting that journey. You're starting the journey to that dream. It is not that the dream is meant to come to you at that point in time. No, you're starting the journey. You're starting the path to that dream. All right? And that's why it takes time. That's why there are obstacles that you go through, even though you feel it in your soul that this is the dream that you are meant to achieve, or you're meant to experience that in this lifetime. There are obstacles, there are twists, there are turns. It tests your patience, it tests your resolve, it tests you as a person. You grow as a person. Yeah, the reason for that is the dream came to your recognition, your conscious 3D self, because you were ready to start the journey to that dream. You still haven't become a version of yourself that is at the frequency of unlocking that dream in your 3D reality, but you have become a version of yourself that has hit the frequency of understanding that this dream is meant to happen in your 3D. Right? So that's the starting point of your journey. So it's a little bit more 5D when the dream comes into your conscious mind. That's, again, a little bit more of you tapping into the future, your future self probably coming back and telling you that, hey, we're meant to experience it. Hold on to this dream. This is what you're meant to experience. However, what happens, and it has happened in the past with me, is we start to get impatient. We think that just because the dream is in our soul, or we feel like we are supposed to achieve something, we're supposed to experience something, we feel that it's supposed to happen right now. But that's where it starts to get painful. If you want it to happen right now, it starts to get painful. However, if you recognize that, hey, this dream is in my mind right now, it's in my heart, it's in my soul, that means I'm on the journey. I haven't gotten there yet, but I have kind of made my steps to get to that point. I think that it just helps one feel better about the dream not yet being in their physical reality, and it also provides the motivation to keep going. There is something that is being reaffirmed to me in my life right now, and this is it. There is something that the dream has been unlocked. I've reached a frequency where the dream has been unlocked. It wasn't there up until literally 5 months ago. The dream wasn't there. It wasn't like my conscious 3D self did not think about it, did not even no, I didn't even think about it. That's the thing. And then suddenly it looked like I reached that phase of my life, or I reached that frequency where that dream unlocked. And I remember telling myself that, hey, This means we are starting the journey to this dream. And it's been about 4 months now of me being on the journey to this dream. It's been hard. It's been really, really difficult. There have been moments, especially this week, like it just happened the day before yesterday, where it's testing my resolve. It's testing a lot of me, and I'm growing as a person through the experiences. And I am telling myself this is like a present continuous test. I am telling myself that this is part of the journey. The dream that we feel, it will come. It is inevitable. If we feel it in our soul, it's meant to happen. However, we are on the journey. We haven't reached the end point yet. The reason why you feel it in your soul is because you're meant to be on that journey, and you are on the journey. If you weren't on the journey, you would not feel it in your soul. It just wouldn't have come into your conscious mind. So the fact that it is a part of my conscious mind at this point in time, and I feel it in my soul, it means the journey has already started. It's just a matter of me going through the experiences that I need to in order for me to become a version of myself that can unlock the frequency of that dream in my 3D reality. All right? And that version of me will be able to sustain that dream for a longer period of time. And that is what I want. If that dream were to come into my life right now, like it would manifest into my 3D, I would not be able to handle it. I know it. I would definitely not be able to handle it because there are so many aspects to it that I'm pretty sure would be completely out of my depths. And I know that whatever experiences I am going through right now, as difficult or as, sometimes it's a little bit physically exhausting for me as well, as difficult as it has been, it is shaping me into a version of myself that can not only unlock that dream of mine in 3D, but also sustain it. And I know that this video is a little bit more energy and like frequency intensive, but that's just who I am as a person. I feel like these are all thoughts that are so deep within me that I don't know, maybe there was a part of me that always wanted proof every time I spoke about things like this. But I think that I have also become a version of myself where this is what I believe. It's proven right to me time and again. I don't need to explain it to someone with proof or with logic behind it. That also signifies growth. That also signifies trust in the understanding that I have with respect to energy and the universe and manifestation and frequency as well. So the reason why I wanted to share this with you in particular is when you have a dream, when you feel it in your soul, you're meant to experience it in this lifetime. All right, that's the first conclusion of this entire video. Because there are no coincidences to the dreams and the visions that we have in this lifetime. There are absolutely no coincidences to that, right? Second, if you feel it in your soul, you're meant to experience it, right? And if you feel it in your soul, the reason for that is only you know your soul's blueprint. That's what's coming into your conscious 3D. When you access your dream, like it becomes a conscious 3D thought that, hey, this is a dream, I feel this in my soul. When it becomes a conscious 3D thought, that is not when it manifests in your 3D reality. No, that is the start of your journey towards manifesting that into 3D. How do you manifest that into 3D? You become a version of yourself that reaches the frequency of unlocking that dream in your 3D reality. Not just unlock it, but also sustain it, enjoy it, and be able to live it out truly as well. All right. So the dream, when you access it, when you unlock the frequency of feeling it, that is the starting point of your journey. And if you feel it in your soul, you are on the journey to unlocking that. It is not going to happen right away. It is not going to poof, just appear on your path. No. The reason why we tend to struggle with dreams or these visions that we have, however you wish to call it, is because we think that the moment we feel it, it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to just happen somehow in our reality. And the more you cling on to that belief, the more it causes a lot of pain. It causes a lot of confusion within you because you're expecting it to happen when you're still on the path. The interpretation of why you feel it in your soul needs to shift. It's not about Like you feel it in your soul because you're on the journey. You don't feel it in your soul because it's meant to happen right now. That's the difference. And the moment you understand that, and you will have to keep telling yourself again and again. I keep telling myself again and again, even though I have understood this entire concept and it's like very much ingrained within me, it's still something that I have to like consciously tell myself that, yeah, we feel it in our soul, yes, absolutely, but we're still on the journey. We feel it in our soul because we're meant to experience it. We feel it in our soul because we are on the journey. It's not that it's supposed to happen right now for us. It's supposed to get unlocked at this moment. Any feelings of urgency or panic or this anxious energy that we have within us, no, that is misalignment. It just means we're on the journey, we're getting there, we're gonna get there, all right? And it's guaranteed that we're gonna get there, but the path, the journey is important as well, because not only do we have to reach a frequency of ourselves to unlock that in 3D, but we also want to become a version of ourselves that can enjoy it, right? That can actually sustain it and not lose it the moment it comes into our lap. So that's the version of myself that I'm getting to. So if I feel it in my soul, it's not that it's meant to happen right now, it's that I'm on the journey. That is a confirmation. If I feel it in my soul, the dream, and that I'm meant to experience it, it just is a confirmation that I am on the journey to get to that point, to experience that in my lifetime, all right? And that is something that I really believe is proven time and again with me. And I just caught myself like the day before yesterday, reminding myself of this as well, that, you know, it's okay, you know, you feel it in your soul. It didn't, this particular one didn't work out, it's okay, but you feel it in your soul. That means you're meant to experience it in this lifetime. You're on the journey. You're on the journey. You feel it in your soul, you're on the journey. Just keep going, just keep going. This is exactly what I told myself literally 2 days ago. I wanted to share that with you because oftentimes when we unlock the frequency of the dream, it becomes a conscious thought. We tend to get impatient. We tend to want it to happen right now. And sometimes it can feel like we're almost about to get it and then it can slip through our fingers, but that does not mean that we're not meant to experience it. It just means that we're not ready yet. So that means we just have to keep going on the path. We just have to keep moving forward. That's the takeaway that I wish you to have at this point. And I'm gonna keep moving forward as well. I know that this particular dream, it just unlocked 5 months ago. It's another crazy thing that, it just leaves me so much in awe that at particular frequencies, we unlock different understanding of ourselves, of things around us, of what's happening in 3D, of the blueprint within us. You know, everything, it doesn't just all at once come flooding to us. No, it's probably too overwhelming for our system as well. So it's like at particular frequencies that we reach, it gets unlocked, More things get unlocked of what we're meant to achieve, what we're meant to experience in this lifetime. And I think that's so beautiful. That's so intricately designed by the universe. So I love that as well. That's also something we probably should talk about at some point. Alrighty, this is where I'll leave for today. I really hope that this video helped you in some way. And if it did, please do give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because that tells you every single time I do upload a YouTube video. Take care, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.